Good evening. At this time, I will call this meeting to order. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Certainly, Chairwoman. Commissioner Baker.
Present.
Commissioner Bodek. Here. Commissioner Delisfort.
Present.
Commissioner Granados.
Here.
Commissioner Kowalski.
Here.
Commissioner Mirabella.
Present.
Commissioner Williams.
Here.
Vice Chairwoman Leone.
Present.
And Chairwoman Palmieri Mudet.
Here.
Let the record reflect you have 9 commissioners present for this evening's agenda-setting session.
Thank you. Clerk of the board, please lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag.
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and the lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with all his will, and to grant the light of his spirit on all who work for justice and peace. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk of the board, please read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act.
The chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2024, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstance, to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2024 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2024 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. Before we begin our meeting, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the tragic events that unfolded today at Appalachian High School in Winder, Georgia. As many of you may have heard, there was a devastating school shooting that happened earlier today. Reports indicated that at least 4 individuals have lost their lives and many more have been injured. While the specifics are still unfolding, this incident is a profound reminder of the challenges we face. As we begin this new school year, a time that should be filled with excitement and new beginnings, it is deeply unsettling to confront such tragedy. In response to this and similar incidents, we continue to advocate for stronger gun control laws and work alongside organizations like Moms Demand Action to foster safer communities for our children. Please join me in taking a brief moment of silence to honor the victims and their families and to reflect on the work ahead to prevent such tragedies in the future. Thank you. Tonight, the Union County Board of County Commissioners is proud to present a resolution to Alejandro Mejia, a dedicated Spanish teacher at David Brearley Middle High School. Mr. Mejia has been honored by the New Jersey Department of Education as one of the County Teachers of the Year through the Governor's Educator of the Year program. This recognition highlights his exceptional commitment to education and his profound impact on his students. His passion and dedication to creating a caring and dynamic learning environment have significantly benefited those he teaches. On behalf of the Union County Board of Commissioners, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to Mr. Mejia. We are proud to celebrate your well-deserved accolade and thank you for your outstanding service to education. Congratulations, and I'd like Mr. Mejia to please join myself and Vice Chairwoman Leone at the front for a resolution. Not sure. Yeah, it's on. I won't go through the entire resolution, but this is just a representation of how proud we are that you are serving our students here in Union County. We couldn't be luckier that our students get to learn from a professional like you. So thank you so much. I'll pass it over to Vice Chairwoman Leone.
Well, as a retired educator, I'm extremely happy to be here and witness this. Your dedication hasn't gone unfounded, and congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here with all of you. Thank you, Chairwoman. Thank you, Board of Commissioners, for having me. Now more than ever, education is truly, truly very important for our future generation and our current generation as we speak. It is truly an honor, and I'm humbled to be a voice for all the teachers of our county. And I'm super excited and thrilled to be part of this whole experience. So thank you.
We will adopt the communications leader during tonight's regular meeting. Tonight, we do have a need to go into executive session. County Council, please make your statement relative to tonight's executive session.
Thank you, Chair. Pursuant to provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, a public body may enter into executive session for the purpose of discussing certain enumerated subjects. This board now wishes to enter executive session for the purpose of discussing contract negotiations with the Union County Utilities Authority concerning Covanta and related matters. The minutes of the executive session shall be separated from the minutes of the open public session. The minutes of the executive session, redacted as appropriate and necessary, shall be available in approximately 30 days. The clerk to the board shall retain the original minutes till such time as the confidential limitations have been removed, at which time they shall be made available. Upon the affirmative vote of a majority of the members present, the board may retire to executive session. Upon the board's return, it may or may not take formal action upon the matters discussed. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. May I have a motion to enter into executive session?
So moved, Madam Chair.
May I have a second?
Second.
A motion was made by Commissioner Mirabella, was seconded by Commissioner Baker. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Commissioner Baker,
Aye.
Commissioner Bodek,
Yes.
Commissioner Dellisfort,
Aye.
Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Kowalski,
Yes.
Commissioner Mirabella,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chairwoman Leone,
Aye.
and Chairwoman Palmieri Mudet.
Aye.
Chair, the votes are 9 in favor of going into an executive session.
Okay, we are now going into executive session. Thank you. May I have a motion to return from executive session?
So
So
Madam
moved.
Chair.
Second.
A motion was made by Commissioner Mirabella and was seconded by Commissioner Dellisfort. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Commissioner Baker,
Aye.
Commissioner Bodek,
Aye.
Commissioner Dellisfort,
Aye.
Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Kowalski,
Yes.
Commissioner Mirabella,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chairwoman Leone,
Aye.
and Chairwoman Palmieri Mudet.
Aye.
Chair, you have 9 votes in the affirmative to return from executive session.
Thank you. County Council Bergen, do you have anything to report?
Nothing to report at this time. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. At this time, I will call upon County Prosecutor William Daniel to present his resolutions.
Very much, Commissioners, Madam Chairwoman. The Prosecutor's Office, Union County Prosecutor's Office, has 4 resolutions on for tonight's meeting for your consideration. I'd be happy to answer any and all questions if you have any.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Baker?
Mr. Prosecutor, just for my own personal information, could you explain the handheld X-ray imaging system, how that works?
Sure. Well, it's a law enforcement tool, and it's designed to X-ray cars, if that's the proper term. In other words, oftentimes we have motor vehicle stops, and many of these vehicles have hidden compartments in them. And it's an item that you can actually bring to the scene and, in essence, see through the car into these hidden compartments, whether they be behind radios or under seats. So it's a tool, and this is being funded by a Justice Assistance Grant, and we're happy to be able to take advantage of that grant.
Yeah.
It's another crime-fighting tool.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Any others? And thank you. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time and consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Office of the Union County Sheriff, Sheriff Pete Corvelli.
Sheriff's Office has 2 resolutions on the agenda for your consideration. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Board of Elections, Administrator Nicole Dorado.
Good evening, Chair, members of the board. The Election Board has 6 resolutions on the agenda for your consideration this evening. Be happy to answer any questions.
Commissioner Kowalski.
Yes, thank you, Administrator Dorado. So, as I understand it, these are necessary expenses because of all the special elections this year, but you expect to be reimbursed from the state or for at least part of it? Maybe
Yes,
you could
ma'am.
elaborate?
Yes, ma'am. The overwhelming majority are attributed to the special 10th congressional primary and general elections, so that will be reimbursable by the state. And then Scotch Plains Fanwood is having a special school election on September 17th, so their portion of their charges will be charged back to the Board of Education.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Department of Administrative Services, Director Laura Scutari.
Good evening. The Department of Administrative Services has 1 resolution on the agenda. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Department of Economic Development, Deputy County Manager, Director Amy Wagner.
Good evening, Commissioners. The Department of Economic Development has 3 resolutions for your consideration, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Department of Engineering, Public Works, and Facilities Management, Acting Director Joe Polakay.
Good evening. The Department of Engineering, Public Works, and Facilities has 17 resolutions on the agenda. You can try to answer any questions you may have.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Baker.
resolution number 1, could you just, give an overview of what that project is?
It's a bridge culvert in Cranford.
Yes,
Cranford supplying engineering, we're supplying the actual build.
supplying the actual,
The actual build.
Oh.
We're
Okay.
doing the building, Cranford supplying the engineering.
okay, all right,
A joint effort.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Department of Finance, Director B.B. Taylor.
Good evening, Chairwoman Paul Mary Mudet and members of the Board of County Commissioners. The Department of Finance has 16 resolutions for your consideration this evening, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Department of Human Services, Director Debbie Ann Anderson.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. The Department of Human Services has 5 resolutions for the agenda, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Director Anderson, can you just give us a little bit of additional information for the public regarding number 5, the Job Access Reverse Commute Grant Program?
Sure, through you, Madam Chair. This is for the paratransit system. It is transportation services for employment and employment-related services through the Route 22 shuttle. It's for low income as well as individuals that receive benefits from the county Division of Social Services. It's an increase this year of an hourly rate, so Route 22 shuttle goes through. Last year, we served on the Route 22 shuttle about 63,011 passengers, over 20,000 trips.
Thank you so much. Great program. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you. Department of Parks and Recreation, Director Victoria Durbin-Drake.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. The Department of Parks and Recreation has 5 items on the agenda, and I'd be happy to attempt to answer any questions you may have.
Vice Chairwoman Leon.
Can you elaborate on number 1?
Yes. As many know, Masker's Barn is an historic site that is located in Feltsville in the deserted village. It was rehabilitated some time ago, and it's a very active event space. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done to it, and this will allow us to get those bid specs in place so that we can make a determination what we want to do. It's, you know, the flooring, the roof, it doesn't have air conditioning, it needs different circulation, parking needs to be addressed. There are a lot of issues. And with 130 events that took place in 2023 at that site, you know, it's very much in need of a rehab.
And I also see that there's a decrease in the amount of the bidding.
That is correct.
Thank you.
That was my question.
Okay. Commissioner Williams.
Yeah, I just had actually a follow-up.
Yes.
Had a little follow-up on that. I know that you mentioned the flooring. I think there are going to be some fans put in and so forth. Is heating a part of it as well as yet, or is that another phase? Or
So what this project will do is look at every single aspect of updating that, and then you will decide what it is you want to move forward with. Some things must be done from a safety point of view, and some things are nice additions if you choose to do so. Right now, there is no air conditioning in that building. People still continue to book it for events, even in the hot weather. Some of us were up there not long ago in very hot weather for an event. So there are things that you will be able to eventually make a decision upon, but every aspect is being evaluated.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank
you. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Department of Public Safety, Acting Director Dennis Burke.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Good evening, Commissioners. Department of Public Safety has 2 items on the agenda for your consideration. Be happy to take any questions you may have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairwoman.
Office of the County Council, County Council Bruce Bergen.
Thank you, Chair. County Council has 4 resolutions listed on tonight's agenda. I would be happy to answer any questions from the board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Office of the County Manager, County Manager Ed Oatman.
Thank you, Chair. I have 3 items on tonight's agenda. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. There are 4 business resolutions from the board. Do any commissioners have any questions regarding these resolutions? Okay. All laudatory resolutions and resolutions of condolence are from the entire board. Are there any comments from my colleagues? Okay. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Mirabella, was seconded by Commissioner Bodak. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Commissioner Baker?
Aye.
Commissioner Bodek?
Aye.
Commissioner Dellisfort?
Aye.
Commissioner Granados?
Aye.
Commissioner Kowalski?
Yes.
Commissioner Mirabella?
Aye.
Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chairwoman Leon?
Aye.
Chairwoman Palmieri Muedad?
Aye.
You have 9 affirmatives to adjourn this meeting.
Thank you. Clerk of the board.